Hello everybody, my name is Edson and welcome to a brand new Rambling with Edson. It's been a few weeks since I've actually done one of these and I've got a hell of a lot of things to update you guys on. So if you guys don't know what this series is, this is something I do sometimes. It all depends. If you've got something to talk about, I'll record a rambling. It's where I just sit in front of a mic, ramble about anything and everything. Could be channel related, could be life related, could be, I don't know, just could be about anything. If I want to ramble about something, this is the series that I do it. I only ever upload one a week at max, so obviously this is this week's. Some weeks we do miss it because some weeks there's not really much that I want to talk about or really feel the need to talk about. But today I've got a lot that I want to update you guys on regarding the new PC, the schedule, life, stuff, things, channel, the rebrand, all the things. So I don't really have a list. I'm just going to wing it and see where we go. So to start off with, the new PC was all good until about 3 days into having the new PC, and then it started freezing, and we had daily freezes. So like it would freeze / lock up. Tried troubleshooting this loads and loads with Geordie, one of my Twitch mods, server admins on the Patreon server, one of my very close friends online. He's very computer and tech savvy, so he was like he couldn't really fix it. Like we tried loads of things, and I finally got in touch with Chill Blast support. And the reason that I didn't get in touch with them straight away was because when it started to get bad and when it started to actually get like more than like once a day, and it's happened every single day since about day 3 of having the computer, and it started to get like 2 times a day. Then like for the last few days before I sent it back, it was 3 times a day. The computer would just like freeze / lock up, and I couldn't move my mouse, couldn't do anything on the keyboard. It was just completely frozen in place, and Chill Blast, and the reason that I didn't actually sort of like contact them straight away is because it was the Easter weekend, so they were off work and they couldn't really get in touch with their support. So I finally managed to get in touch with their support on Tuesday of last week, and they got me to do a load of things. The first thing they got me to do was set the overclock settings to the default, the sort of like stock overclock settings. I did that. It still froze. So they're back to what they were. So it's basically just like all you have to do is like one by one knock each thing off the list. The next thing that was on there's an ice cream van going down the road. As if an ice cream van has just gone down the road. Now my dog's barking. I'm just gonna keep talking. So you have to sort of just knock each thing off the list, and the next thing on the list was the RAM, the memory. I've got 2 8GB RAM sticks in there, and they got me to do a memory test to check them and see if there was any errors in there. And the memory test is very extensive. It's like doing like this weird safe mode. You have to like load the memory test onto like a USB stick, sort of start the computer up in a weird way, and then like you can select this memory stick to like run like a safe mode memory test thing, and it takes 70. Well, it says there's no like set time. It just depends on what your PC is, what the build is, what system you're running, and everything like that. It took 17 hours to run the memory test, and it came up with 5 errors. So they immediately says, well, we want you to send it back so that we can replace the RAM because there's some errors in the RAM. So I've sent it back for them to do that. Now I'm hoping this is the problem. This could I was speaking to all the people that I know. I've said like, could this cause freezes on computer? They all say yes, it can cause freezes if your memory RAM is faulty and you have errors. So, and Chill Blast said this could be the cause. So I sent it back on Monday of this week that you guys are watching this. So 4 or 5 days ago as you guys watch this, and I'm basically, I think it should be there by Wednesday, by today as I'm recording this, which is Wednesday, and I've just emailed them saying, is there an update, is it there yet? And I've also emailed them in the same email asking them when they do replace the RAM to not just send it back to me immediately, because obviously I'm like, as much as like I seem very calm, and I am very calm about it, it's because I've got like 5 years warranty on this. It's still a little bit annoying that I've got this new PC and like a few weeks in it's broke. I honestly think they should have probably ran this memory test themselves to make sure the memory was the RAM was installed properly or there was no errors in there. Surely this should be a test that they would do before sending a custom build PC to someone, especially when they're spending £1,350 on it. So I asked them to not send it me back straight away. I've said in the email, they haven't emailed me back yet because I've only just sent it about an hour ago. But I've asked if they've got the computer yet. It should be there like today or tomorrow. So I'm not worried if it's not there just yet. But yeah, they because it's like a paid courier that they pay for, that like the same courier that dropped the PC off, like picked it up and took it back to them. And like I've said, like once you've replaced the RAM sticks, leave the computer on, please, for 12 hours. If I left the computer on for 12 hours, it would freeze probably 2, maybe 3 times during that time period. By the time I was by the last couple of days that I was before I sent the computer back, that's how many times it would have froze. So I've told them to do that, and hopefully then if they've replaced the RAM sticks and they leave the computer on for 12 hours and it just doesn't freeze at all, then I know for a fact, I'm like 99.9999999% certain that it is actually fixed and there's no actual problems. But I just don't want them to replace it, send it me back, it still freeze, and then have to be something else that because then I'm gonna get really annoyed. Like I'm even contemplating, if they do that, if they send it me back without testing it and without making sure that this thing runs, and then it freezes again and starts freezing again, and I have to send it back to them, I'm half tempted to demand for my money back, because it's just getting ridiculous. Like at that point, it will be getting ridiculous. And I think like it's interesting because like I've heard nothing but good things about their customer support, and so far their customer support has been very, very nice. So far, they've not really slacked on anything. It was a bit of a troubling time for like it to go wrong over Easter weekend, because like obviously it's a 4-day weekend. When they come back, they're already swamped with work, and just it's not a good time for your PC to break and have to get in touch with them. So far, they've been quick to getting back to me via email and everything. So hopefully that keeps up. I'm not opposed to sort of calling them out a little bit, because I've spent a lot of money with them. I'm certain that if they do send me the... I can promise, should I say, if they do send me the PC back and it freezes again, I'll be making a little bit of a video about them and warning a few people, because at that point I will actually be quite annoyed with the company. As much as I've heard good things about them and I'm sure their intentions are good, you've spent that sort of money, and to have to wait a couple of weeks, which is perfectly fine for the PC to get to you once you've bought it, which was it. It says within 2 weeks, and I got it within 3 weeks. So I got it a little bit late, which is perfectly fine. But to get the PC and then it just keep freezing, and it looks like it's not been tested properly before they send it to me, is a little bit troubling. Now that I'm sending it back, I'm happy to give them the benefit of the doubt. But if they send it back to me and it is still freezing, there's going to be a little bit of a shitstorm coming their way. That's all I'm going to say, because like I've spent so much time sort of saving up for this new PC for me to get it and then have problems with it. It's just, especially so close to like actually getting the PC, it's just ridiculous. Because like at this point, I've had the PC for like, well, I would say in about a week's time, I would have had the PC for 2, maybe 3. Yeah, so like I don't know, midway through April, it's going to be a month that I'm going to have had the PC, and it's looking like I may not have the PC in a month, like in sort of a couple of weeks' time. I may have like I don't know, like it's just it's a little bit of a troubling time. I'm not letting it get to me because I've still got the Mac. I can still stream. I've pre-recorded all of the videos that are going up on the channel over April, that are on the new PC. So Stardew Valley is going up every other day, all through April, and I've got every episode recorded up until January, February, March, April, May the 1st, and then you've got Firewatch, which goes up until the 11th, 13th, 15th of March. And then obviously that's the finale episode. Episode 9 of that is the finale episode of that. And then you've got Gone Home, which is an interesting game that I've been wanting to play for a while. That starts going up to replace Firewatch. And that goes up every other day up until the 2nd of Monday, the 2nd of May. So basically just throughout all of April. On top of that, also Life in the Woods, which is going up 2 days a week. It's a bit random on like what days they go up. But that goes up 2 days a week. I've got 2 episodes of them going up every single week. And I've got all of them recorded through all of April as well. On top of that, you've got the Rocket League miniseries with Penny, which is like the what is it? The like boot camp thing that we did. I think we've done 4 mini episodes for that. 2 games in each. And they're games against bots, but like it's quite funny her teaching me all the things. And then on top of that, I've got 2 episodes of The Culling with Game Bants, which I think are going up. One goes up today, maybe? If not, this weekend. And then another one goes up next weekend. I'm not entirely sure. But that goes up over the next couple of weeks. So there's a lot of content that I've already pre-recorded. On top of that, I've got like a lot of other videos to record, like Time Shot, Rambling with Edson's if I can, some vlogs, Minecraft mini games, all of those things I can record on the Mac, and I will be doing over the next few weeks as well. Getting those up, and obviously still doing the daily streams, but we're moving back to the Minecraft side of things on the Mac, because that's really all that I can stream on there. So that's that. It's a little bit hectic. It's a little bit annoying. It's a little bit stressful, but I'm determined not to let it get to me. Worst comes to worst, they send me the PC back, it keeps freezing. If it does keep freezing, I'm going to obviously try more troubleshooting things with them. If it comes to the point where I have to send it back to them and they want to replace something else, I think that's the point where I'm probably going to consider demanding my money back. And I'm almost certain I can get the money back. It's because they sent me a PC that's just not working, basically, and I've had to send it back. By that point, it would have been twice. So I'll be raising all hell. Yeah, so that's that. I'm determined to get a PC that actually works, because that's what I paid for. So yeah, I don't know, technology just hates me. It seems like it hates me. When we do get the PC back, I will still do the record. And the reason that I could still record on there and not stream was because the random freezes happen 2 to 3 times a day. That leaves a lot of time where it doesn't freeze, and I can still record things on there. And 20-minute videos are not a problem. And if it does freeze during one of the videos, so be it. But if like streams are just so annoying to have, some like you can't have streams go down. Streams, like if you have terrible internet that keeps dropping, don't stream. If you have a computer that keeps crashing or keeps, I don't know, turning itself off or breaking like mid-stream, don't stream. Try streaming, but I see so many streamers, including myself, many streamers that struggle with internet, many streamers that struggle with their PCs, that have tried to just the show must go on mentality, and it just doesn't work on Twitch. It doesn't work with live streams. You need to be live for the whole amount of time that you want to be live. You need to have the intro. You need to have the outro. You can't have streams that just randomly drop. You need to have a consistent schedule with no sort of like break in that to even have any sort of stability / just, I don't know, like people take a lot of time out of their day to watch your streams. For you to start streaming and have problems with the PC, it's just a no-go. So like I took a few days off streaming to try and get the PC fixed. As soon as I knew that I was sending it back, I was like, right, we need to go back to streaming on the Mac. And we are back streaming on the Mac, and it's stable. Like I don't have a stream drop, I don't have a computer crash or anything like that. So that's perfectly fine. And even when I get the new PC back, I'm just going to not I'm just going to not stream on it until I know for a fact myself that it's not broke. But if we do get it back and we do have to send it back again, then I can still record videos and get another month ahead again to give myself a bit more of a buffer as well. So that's the Rambling with Edson this week. Hopefully that's giving you guys a bit more of an update onto what's been going on with the PC and all of that good stuff. Streams are still happening, videos are still happening though, which is good. and hopefully soon we have the new PC back and it's actually working. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this, make sure you leave it a like, make sure you leave it a comment, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll speak to you all soon. Take care.